For the ventral cat muscles, for the pectoralis group, we have the pecto antebrachialis, which is here, the transverse muscle on the top. Moving down, we have the pectoralis major, which is here. The pectoralis minor below it, which is bigger in the cat, unlike the human. Moving down, we have the xiphohumerales. Now to the abdominal muscles, we have 4. And most superficial, we have the external obliques that come and meet to the fascia. Deep to the external obliques, we have the rectus abdominis, which is on the same plane as the internal obliques, which come up and meet with the rectus abdominis. Deep to that, you can just see the transverse abdominis here, which has the transverse muscle fibers, which is deep to all of them. So for the dorsal cat muscles, we have the rhomboideus muscles here, the rhomboideus capitis, which is the strap-like muscle here. We have the subscapularis, which is here. We have the supraspinatus, which is here underneath the trapezius. We have here the infraspinatus, and underneath that we have the teres major. Also, cat muscles. The deltoid group consists of the clavodeltoid, which is here, the acromiodeltoid, which is this little guy here, and the spinodeltoid, which is here. Also in this group, we have a muscle called the levator scapulae ventralis, which runs right underneath the clavodeltoid. So this would be the ventralis scapulae muscle. For the muscles that consist of the arm and forearm, first we have the anterior arm compartment, which here, underneath the pecto antebrachialis, would be the biceps brachii. In the anterior forearm, we have the digital and carpal flexors. Moving to the posterior side of the arm, we have the tricep group, which this is the lateral side of the cat. So this would be our lateral head of the tricep here. Underneath that, we have the long head of the tricep, and deep to the lateral head, that little guy in there would be the medial head. Anterior to the medial head of the tricep, which is here, we have the brachialis. Also, to the posterior forearm, we have the digital and carpal extensors. For the lower limb on the anterior thigh, we have, for the most superficial muscle, which is like the sheet, we have the sartorius. Deep to the sartorius, we have the quadricep group, which consists of the vastus lateralis, which is here, the vastus medialis, which is here, the rectus femoris, and then deep to that, which we can't see, is the vastus intermedialis, and that is the anterior thigh compartment. For the medial thigh compartment, we have the gracilis, which is the superficial muscle that's like the sheet. Deep to that, we have 3 other muscles. We have the top, a little muscle in here called the pectineus. Below that, we have the adductor longus, and down here we have the adductor femoris, which is homologous to the adductor mangus in the human. Now, for the posterior thigh on the cat, here we have the bicep femoris. Deep to that, we have the semitendinosus, and underneath that is the semimembranosus, which we can see on the medial side as well, which is this one. For the posterior leg, we have 2 muscles, the gastrocnemius, and deep to that we have the soleus, which is here. Those are the two muscles we need to know for the posterior leg. On the anterior leg, we have one muscle, which is the tibialis anterior, which is here. And that's the anterior leg.